Okay, so Renee Good and Alex Pretty both happen to have been 37 years old when they were shot.
Okay, and that doesn't really mean anything on its face.
Both of their last names happen to be adjectives, Pretty and Good.
What are we in English class now? Preposition head? Nah, I'm trying to Alright, to finish, man. Jeez, you nerds, I swear to God.
Alright, that's no big deal. Coincidence, I guess. Alex Pretty's birthday was June 1st, 1988. 611988. These numbers add up to 33.
Other than Gematria, sounding like a name some ghetto broad would name her kid. Gematria? Monty? I call him Monty for short. Mon.
That's racist.
That's racist!
I don't find anything interesting about them numbers, bro. You gonna have to get to the point pretty fast before I go to the next clip. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Renee was taken out near a street called Nicolette. Where Alex Pretty was shot, there was a sign directly behind him that said Nicolette. Renee had 3 small kids. Do you think you would even be doing the things she was doing if you had kids? I don't know a single mother that would be blocking a road with her car, harassing ICE agents if you have kids. They say she was an activist, constantly harassing ICE officers. Where do you even have the time to do that if you have kids? Also, why can't her social media pages be found if she was this activist that was constantly involved with harassing ICE? And how come her phone wasn't out and recording during the incident? Have you ever seen someone talking to ICE and their phone wasn't out? Especially in the situation that she was in? Alright, whatever, none of that's a big deal, I guess. The building that was directly behind Alex Pretty as he got shot is the same company that was involved in all that fraud that's going on. What is happening? I'm gonna make a better video today showing you guys all the different coincidences that really just kind of don't make sense, so don't forget to stay tuned.
Not gonna lie, you could have stopped at I'm gonna make a better video later. Hold on, why do people always say not gonna lie? Like, were you going to lie? Do you like normally lie? But right now, you're gonna grace me with the truth? I swear to God, this generation, I'm gonna slap the fire out of somebody.
This aired on Adult Swim in October 2018, and it's one of the most disturbing commercials that I've ever seen. And they call it art, surrealism, just visuals. But look at the layout. 3 figures with triangle heads. Triangles seen as a hierarchy, direction, control. That's almost a ceremony shape. And then the baby is treated more like a offering, taken down and then returned as something that looks demonic. And that's the oldest storyline in ritual imagery. Death, transformation, rebirth. Here's what gets me. They're showing it all over TV. You're supposed to accept it. Now watch the middle figure again. This is the part that most people miss, because once you clock it, it stops feeling like art. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
Not keep it 100. Had you tied Pretty and Good with this saying, oh, they're doing all this funny stuff because they're trying to bring about the Antichrist, then I would have said, oh, okay, it makes sense. But you just put it out there like we in school or something. Stop trying to teach me stuff, dude. Why you think I dropped out in the 8th grade? I don't want to learn no more. Golly.
The federal government just decided that if your college degree doesn't earn more than a high school diploma, your program doesn't deserve funding anymore. Starting this summer, entire college programs could lose student loans, Pell Grants, and federal support if their graduates don't clear an earnings bar set by the government. What does that mean? If your degree doesn't make enough money fast enough, Washington says it's worthless. History, literature, fine arts, social sciences, ethnic and gender studies, all on the chopping block. And keep this in mind, this doesn't fix tuition, it doesn't lower student debt, it doesn't stop colleges from overcharging. It just punishes students after they've already enrolled. If you come from money, this barely touches you. If you rely on Pell Grants to survive college, your options just vanished. Supporters call it a return on investment, but education is not a stock portfolio. Some programs take people from poverty to stability, not to 6 figures. Some degrees don't pay well at 22, but matter for society at 40. And now the government gets to decide what now.
See, this is deep. This is very deep. Because here you got a brother. Nobody knows where this brother came from. I'm always going to keep it 100 with y'all. He has the swag of FBI. His energy, his aura, his wordplay, body language of CIA. You listen to him trying to sound like back in the days. This ain't back in the days. You're not that old, so for you to be trying to sound like how they sound back in the days when we living in the future, it's rubbing me the wrong way. The way he carry his guns is rubbing me the wrong way. Nigga, I'm from the streets. You're illegal. There's no reason to look stupid. He looks stupid, and he looks like he's trying too hard. But this is what I'm gonna say, right, in this situation.
Now let me say this right quick. And I can get into this more deeper the way I want to for longer on the Patreon, because the algorithm is the new Karen. It don't like certain things being talked about, but we still like to be entertained by the talk of it. We're humans. That said, join the Patreon as a free member. I got free stuff. I get even deeper. I be having arguments with Gypsy about whether it's real, whether it's not real. It's dope. But before I get into it, I gotta play this to connect what I'm talking about to what he's talking about. Check it out.
Right now, we the cow. Back then, we was the deer. We knew we was getting hunted.
Yeah.
Now, we have the illusion of freedom. And you take, when you go in the woods and hunt, right? You go hunt that deer. That deer know you there to kill the motherfucker, right? But when you go take care of your cows and feed it every goddamn day, he don't know he going to the slaughterhouse that day. That deer know. The cow don't. That's the difference.
The difference is the barber. You can have one, or you could be this guy. I swear to God, he got the official Frederick Douglass beard. I'll be sitting when the evening comes. Ass beard. For real though. Gen X, we already knew the play. That's why we were skeptical off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Latchkey gang, bitch.
The brother said, if you hungry, we'll feed you. If you're hungry and he indeed got food, go get it from him. The brother said that if you're going through something in court, he'll help you out. If you're going through something in court and he can help you, take his help. There's no wrong in that. What I'm telling you as a people, right? Some of us are done with marching. We're never marching again.
This is all connected.
Gen X, latchkey kids, shout out latchkey gang, learned from our parents, the children of the boomer generation. That's right. My great grandfather and them was the boomers, not us, dum-dum. We just got our values handed down from our parents, handed down from their parents to us. Back when some of you listeners have pictures of your great granddad in the factory as a 12-year-old pouring steel on a bitch, making girders and rivets. Strangle one of you millennials. Not you though, baby. You older millennials, that's juicy, and not you. You, oh, kid, go over there and sit over there right quick. Gypsy, get her a drink. She look thirsty. What you want? Gin? Vodka? Just give her the whole bottle.
Women are mysterious, but don't ask me.
Ask a woman.
Anyway, time stopped at Y2K. Ooh, that's a different rabbit hole. We're going to get into that maybe later in the video, maybe on a Patreon. But I'm saying that to say, we learned that marching and all of that stuff was nonsense. It didn't do nothing. The people who did stuff, they was publicly gotten rid of. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but we're going to make a song of that. Let's keep moving.
So all that marching and running outside and getting tear gassed by ICE, baby, or any other agency, I'm totally against that.
Also am totally against that. Matter of fact,
yo, HQ, let's roll it. Ice agent. Ice agent. All right, stop.
I mean, he said stop, so I'm just following orders. That's first. Second, I didn't like this song when it came out in the 80s. You think I'm gonna play it now?
Vanilla Ice making records is a head cracker.
Even for laughs. Nah, we can't do it.
Nah, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
But shout out to this guy who made this parody. This is what AI is supposed to be used for. I think this is pretty dope. Go to his channel. Link is down there somewhere. Let's keep moving.
Awake consciousness, asleep consciousness. When you drift off to sleep, you have this trance-like state where you're half awake and half asleep. This trance state is the goal that you need to get into. Lie your body down very still, do not move your body because you need to dissolve the senses of the nervous system. While your body is very still, anchor your attention to your awareness, not your mind. Observe your mind. Try and become the awareness and do not be drifted away by thoughts. While you keep the body very still and you're anchored in this awareness, you will drift into this half awake, half asleep, trance-like state.
Alright, let me stop him right there because it sounds like he's demonstrating how to lucid dream. And do what you want to do. I'm just saying the link to this book is pinned in the comments. Never forget what I say about reading in general.
Well, don't believe everything you read in books.
Well, I didn't say I read just one book. I try to read all the books on a subject. Try to get all the facts and then decide for myself what really happened.
Mm-hmm. Get all the facts, huh? Yeah, that's smart.
And you'll see that a lot. There's a lot of people in the elite, in the media, who look very similar to each other, supposedly unrelated people, even from different eras going back 40, 50 years. There's celebrities now who look just like these people. It's very strange, you know, and there's people do YouTube videos about these. There's something to it. I don't know what it is. That sounds crazy, but there's something to it.
And now, I think we're gonna make part 2. I think you have to. I think you have to. They kill you if you try to walk away, and they clone you.
Now, generally, I wouldn't believe the word of a person who said "Hail Satan." Yeah, he made a little mock prayer, I guess, on the MTV Awards in like the early 2000s. Leave it in the comments if you guys happen to see that or see a clip of it. But when someone tells me they're crazy, I gotta start believing them. I really, really do.
What kind of cloud is that? Watch. Sorry, my windshield's really disgusting. There's lots of bugs. What is this straight line? No, this isn't AI. I'm literally driving in Arizona. What is that?
Oh, I know what that is. That's sound cleaning. Yeah, proud reading. Yeah, global warming. That's what that is. See, Al Gore was right. We know that. We're seeing it right now.
I'd like to direct a question to Reverend Mitchell. Do you think that we will be satisfied with the jobs they are giving us?
Yes, son, I think so. Simply because we are asking that you be trained on the job, and they start you off with a certain salary starting rates, and you would be promoted up to the maximum of the job.
No, I don't believe that. The white man is going to keep you where he got you. You're not going no higher than he wants you to go. And we ain't gonna settle for nothing but all the way.
And the powers that be couldn't have you getting no smarter than this. In fact, the Rothschilds need you dumber than this. And you know, black people, we'll just invite you to the cookout. Now, once you at the cookout, we explaining the whole thing to you over jokes and comedy, like we be doing. The worst thing we could do is unify. So how do we keep this attitude out the way? Well, let's get the fathers out of the house.
Did you know the U.S. government once penalized black families for having fathers in the home? And the effects are still felt today.
Don't believe me? Ask this big-time record maker.
Here's the difference between LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Because I like Kobe better. Kobe had a daddy. LeBron didn't. So when you have a father in the house, there are certain things that are put in you, right? When the George Floyd thing happened, you know LeBron tweeted, y'all, why they don't like us? Nigga, they like you. They don't like us, nigga. What you talking? Like, that's to me. Like, you supposed to be the strongest, biggest man. Lead us. Tell us fuck them people. We the without the people. But you like, why they don't like us? He is his mom. He's a mama's boy. When I say this, it's no disrespect. Kobe Bryant was raised by his father. That's why he has that mentality. That's why he had that confidence. That's why he had that solid confidence. Only he missed those 3 free throws and everybody laughed at him. He came back. He came back better. He didn't say, I need to go play for another team. That's a big move. That's something that if you go talk to your dad about, he gonna say, you don't think you're great enough without Wade? You mean to tell me, son, you don't think you could beat Wade? You need Wade to win? He wasn't raised with his dad. This is nothing against him. If his dad was in his life and his dad raised him, his dad would have said, do not give it to your son. Don't give it to him because I didn't give it to you. Make him earn it like I made you earn it. But there's no father. There's no, like, that's why I love Shaq. Because Shaq had his father. It's like, that's why he's like, my kids ain't rich, I'm rich. Like, he's like, just like a man. That's what you love about him. LeBron, like, those are my kids. And by the way, I love my kids like LeBron loves his kids. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But I wouldn't get him in the league. My little Raymond's learning how to produce. He got to figure that shit out himself. When he's ready, he'll come tell me he's ready. And then I'll help him got him, but I'm not gonna call Jody Gersner at Universal and say, my son need a deal.
But isn't that the point, and I'm not trying to get too personal, isn't that the point of being nepotism? Isn't that the point of you reaching the heights you reach so you can put this nigga on if you want to?
I could give you opportunity. LeBron didn't give his son an opportunity. He gave his son a career. That's different. An opportunity is like, yo, let him come for the tryout, see what he does. A career is y'all like me here, right? Draft him and I need a 4-year, like his deal gonna tell me how much y'all like me, and they did it.
I just feel like I'd rather celebrate the man for not getting there without no guidance, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna
No. I celebrate him. I didn't know. Hold on, let's be clear. I said the biggest mistake he made was bringing his son into the league because eventually he's gonna leave and he's gonna be left there by himself. And that's gonna be the next James in the NBA. And now you're gonna see how they treat him. It's like the ball name. The ball name don't feel like it once did, right? It's like once them players don't live up to the hype. And I think the worst move he made, I even give his son another year. Like, let him earn it. Now, he's like a joke in the NBA.
Now, why is any of that even important? Well, to keep us all distracted from stuff happening that you see in front of you right now. How many of you have watched that show, The Handmaid's Tale? If you have, leave it in the comments. If you haven't, maybe you should check it out. But that perfectly depicts how society will be, and we're living in the conditions in history that cause the time in history that The Handmaid's Tale is going on. It's dope. Really trippy, conspiracy, creepy talk-ish. To me, and to you Gen Xers who remember it used to be like this, but now it's like that. It's dope. Let's keep moving on.
So not only was the Charlie Kirk incident just not even real, but his kids aren't even real. His kids don't exist. And I'll say whatever I want on this page. This is my backup account. Send me a logical explanation for why there are 0 pictures of this family out in public taken by random people. Because if you'll notice, the only pictures that exist are ones they wanted taken, clearly staged for narrative. And it doesn't even matter if the kids are actors or if it's AI, because it's clearly staged. And yes, they said that they made the decision to never reveal their kids' faces, but that doesn't mean that anyone else is gonna respect that. There are no candid or paparazzi photos of this family. Yeah, this is pretty convincing, right? But like, where's the hundreds of photos that all of these people over here would have been taking? It's simply not possible for someone as popular as Charlie to go out in public with his kids and there not be tons of photos of them. And I know what some of you want to say right now, that you've seen a video of them on Fox News or at a toy store. Well, guess what? Those are also videos that they wanted taken, clearly on purpose, just for the narrative. And if you combine all of this with the other fact that there's no pictures of Erica pregnant, things start to make sense. Now, with all the things that they're willing and able to fool you with using AI, what makes you think that Charlie Kirk was ever even a real person to begin with? Because in reality, all they need to do to fool you is make some fake AI debate videos and then just put a bunch of bots in the comments section saying that they were there. Now, it's clearly much easier to fool you than convince you that you've been fooled. And it sucks because we're really actually at a point right now where nobody actually knows anything.
Have you ever heard the conspiracy theory that some of your favorite artists are actually imposters with no real vocal talent, and that their voices are secretly recorded by other famous artists? Because honestly, I think we're being lied to. Nicki Minaj sounds exactly like Jay-Z if you slow her songs down.
Bro, everybody sounds like everybody if you slow the voice down. It's all... You do better than that one, man.
Yo, I never fuck Wayne, I never fuck Drake.
All my life, man, fuck sake. If I did, I'm Minaj with him.
Let him eat my ass like a cupcake.
And you really need to listen to her singing Anaconda. It straight up sounds like Jay-Z.
By the way, what he say? He can tell like there's no meal. Come through and fuck him in my automobile. Let him eat it with his girl, he tell me to chill.
The music industry would do absolutely anything to make money, especially if this is true. The theory says that once they find an artist with a profitable voice and tone, they simply pitch it up or down and give that voice to someone with a better image, someone who can sell more.
When my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta. Hey. My homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta.
which would mean Nicki and Jay-Z record for each other, since they're both New York rappers with the same accent, and Adele records for Sam Smith, since they're both British singers with the same vocal style. Of course, no artist has ever admitted to this. They all claim they record their own vocals, but you have to hear the craziest example of all, Adele and Sam Smith. The similarity is way too disturbing. But before I play it, make sure you follow, so you don't miss the strangest things about each of these celebrities.
So the whole reason that your pipes are copper is because they actually found out the benefits the copper was bringing to the water. Because in the 1800s, they found out that the copper was not only structuring the water, but it was purifying it to a level they've never seen before. And that's exactly why they'd have copper water fountains like you can see here, which came before the copper pipes. And you could see that the water would stay pure for days in these vessels. So then copper pipes came in, because people wanted this water on tap wherever they were. And also the copper was having an antibacterial and antiviral benefit, hence why that copper cups were used in hospitals alongside linen sheets. And there was actually a point in the late 1800s where pathogenic viruses and bacteria were essentially non-existent wherever the copper was in dense amounts. For example, cities such as Chicago in 1893. But then the medical system was bought out by Rockefeller, and they didn't like the fact that people were benefiting from copper. And that's one of the main reasons new houses do not contain copper piping. Instead, they're only using plastic.
Before you say, yo, how come this is not an hour and 40 minutes long? Because I do those on Patreon. You think it's lit on You Better Not Tube? Bro, see how I throw it down where there's no censor. Well, you know, I can't show you a naked boobie over there, you know, but we can talk more freely about more freely talking stuff. You feel me? Go to the Patreon, decide which tier you like, because I got even more exclusive stuff on the different tiers. But start out as a free member. I got fly stuff down there too. Like I say, it's not like You Better Not Tube where I can't do none of that here. You feel me? So shout out to all of your favorite creepy talkers. They're dope. And shout out to you for being a member. Shout out to you for just stopping through, if that's what you did. And until next time, remember, thank you to my channel members. We said thank you, to my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you to my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, join. Thank you